Hi guys! Today I'm gonna show you how to rework an aftermarket case like this one that is for the ST19 movement to make it fit a gen specific bezel and to make it have a correct height. I will do it with my metal precision lathe and we are on it. The first thing we have to do is to remove this bezel, and I have my trusted tool right here. So now we are going to pop up. To remove the glass, that is not so simple because factory usually seal it with some kind of glue. We need some very simple tools. I use a support like this, where the glass is free to fall, and a correct spacer die. We're going to use a press. Okay, it was very tight. And this is how our case and our glass will look like. So now it starts the interesting part, because we are going to use the lathe to modify the case shape and rework it to fit the gen specific bezel, and to remove some height to do it more correct. So we are going to set a light here to have more brightness around the workspace, and we're going to hold the case in the chuck of the lathe and set the drill bit. Before we start to use the lathe, we may remove the crown tube, because we will have a more safe case to work. So you will need a tool like this and the correct bit. So once the case is fitted into the chuck of the lathe, we need to check if the object is perfectly aligned. So we are going to start the lathe at low rounds, and we will check. It seems aligned. Okay, now we need to find the right angle to drill away the material we need to remove. Before we set every tools, we need to align perfectly the drill bit with the tool, and we have to check the distance and the perpendicularity from the object. That's what I'm doing right now, placing the bit where we are going to drill away the material. The drill bit needs to stay perfectly aligned. So that's what I'm going to do, and I think we are okay right this way. Let's remember that we move 1/10 of a millimeter laterally and lengthwise. We are about to start. That's good. Let's check how is the outcome. So we're going to clean and now we will check if the work is good. So I have two gen specific bezels, one steel and one bakelite. The difference from the replica bezel are behind what we see, because the gen bezels or gen specifics have less space to friction fit on the case. This is the bezel we removed from the case, and you can see the differences here. Here we have more space that in the gen there is not, and even in the height the replica bezel are higher than the gen one. So let's do one-to-one comparisons. We see the replica bezel is the one to the left and the gen is the one to the right. So now we are going to check if this bezel now fit this case, and for me it's a yes. I'm sure of it because I checked the tenths of millimeter every time. But now we are going to try, and it fit perfectly. That's very good. The steel one and the bakelite one. We're going to see if those bezel are fitting the case perfectly. So the work is done. Height reduced and spaced for the gen bezel. Let's do the math. The battery. Oh shh. Let's see. The battery for this damn thing. Yes. Oh yeah. That's okay. Now it works. This is our height with the bezel and the case back. Super precise. 11.30 millimeter. We are going to fit the glass back on the case, and it fits perfectly. It holds perfectly. Okay, this is the total height of the watch with the glass. Pusher are installed. This is the start pusher and this is the reset pusher. You can see how the rings don't allow the pusher to come out. Okay, now we are going to fit the adapter that is needed because of the difference in spacing between the pusher on a Valjoux 72 looking case and the ST19 model. ST19 have a symmetrical lever when the Valjoux 72 looking case has asymmetrical pusher. So we are going to install the adapter on the reset pusher to match the same distance and to push the reset lever on the movement. Okay, I've created a support over the adapter to reinforce the pusher. Those pushers are really easy to break, so they need a reinforcement to last more. We choose the Doom and we fit the glass, and then we fit the bezel. We can fit the bezel even with bare hand, pushing a bit strong. Okay, and then we go with the press. I use this one to finish the bezel friction fitting. So we are going to use the correct die under the watch to make the lugs do not bend, because they are not flat. So we are going to use 40 and 38 up over the insert. And that's the way to use the press. Okay, you can see the bezel going down here. Perfect. And we have our case completed. At this point, we are going to fit the tube for the crown. So I have a Gen crown 6000 for this reference. I screwed in the stem of the ST19 movement we are going to use. But this crown have different threads from the tube I have in stock, like this. This crown have other threads than the Gen. So we are going to make the threads in the tube hole, and then we are going to fit the Gen crown. This is the way to make the threads. I already made it. You can see how it works. And this is the matrix we are needing to use in a virgin tube. So I took a tube that fit the Gen crown, but with a virgin internal part. Now I'm going to make the threads in the tube with this part here, by this way. Okay, I made the threads on the tube. Now I'm fitting a new gasket for the waterproofing. We did it. Threads works good. And it looks good too. Okay, the movement has been fitted and our watch is ready. Now we have to make the exact right size for the stem to reach perfectly inside the movement and to close with our handmade tube. And then we are using this crown. So let's do it. I used a new stem resized for this case, and we miss the case clamps to fix the movement, but it already can be seen. Done. Everything perfect. It means a bracelet here. What it means? It means that we are ready. I used the rivet. So thank you everyone, and let's see the next project. Goodbye.